Hello, I am Tatiana and I'm so grateful you are joining me. Today we are going to do some monthly planning for my business for the month of August. And I've been doing all of my planning in my business planner. I got this planner from the Inspire Blueprint. It's well, it's not really just a stationery company. It's a company ran by my business mentor, Tatiana Muse. She does have stationery products, but her, I guess, meat and bone, like meat and potatoes of her business is business coaching and mentoring women that want to start their own businesses or need help in the beginning process or wherever you are. And I really adore her and love her, and this is her planner and I love it. I got it when it launched. I want to say November of last year of 2022, I think. It was a while ago. I did do an unboxing video of it when I first got the planner. And hello beautiful beings, this is me unboxing the Inspire Blueprint 6 months undated planner. I am so excited for this planner. I ordered it as soon as it launched. I think I was like one of the, I don't know, like top 10 people to order, like the first orders. I love this brand. I love the owner of this brand. This is a Black owned, woman owned brand, and their whole mission is to just inspire women to start their own business, to go after what they love. The owner of this shop is Tatiana Muse. She's a mom and a wife, and she's just so inspirational to me because she's doing the things that I want to do. You know, now that I'm a new mom, I feel it's so hard to start a business, and to see someone who's doing what I want to do is amazing. And she sells products as well as courses to like help you kind of get started, starting whatever your business is. Like, she's really, I guess, product based, like creative businesses. But anyway, she's amazing. She's great. I love her brand. All of her information will be down in the description box below, but I wanted to unbox this because I love this brand and I'm so excited to get this. I haven't even opened it yet. It didn't come like this. I just marked this up so my information was covered, because obviously this is going on the internet. But anyway, let's unbox it. I'm super excited. Let's see. I also she posts videos here on YouTube, and I watched one of her videos during her launch. She like documented the whole thing, and one of the videos was her packaging orders, and my order was one of the orders she packaged, which was so cool, and I really loved to see that. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm so excited. Oh, I think this has my information on it. This is so cute. It comes with a cute little like what is this called? Like an invoice. Look at how well wrapped this is. I love it. I'm just gonna take it out of the box. This is so cool. I've been following her for a while now, probably a little over a year. And I bought like a bunch of her courses and I got to work with her. What? Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Look at it, Bun Girl. That is so freaking cool. It's holographic. Can you see that? That is literally the coolest thing ever. Wow, it matches my sweater kind of. Oh man, that's so cool. I love that. Thank you. And then
the Real Goodies. I love her logo so much. That's so cool. And I'm just gonna like rip right into it. It's always so weird when things are packaged really nicely because I never want to open it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I bought it. I gotta open it and use it. Wow. This is beautiful. This is one of the cover choices. I love this one. It comes in so many different colors. So many different colors. It says CEO, dreamer, innovator, entrepreneur. And I love it. So freaking cool. I'm so excited to use this. This is actually going to be my first year like planning for my business, and also my first time ever doing quarterly planning. But the way like this planner is laid out is so easy that I'm not intimidated to learn how to quarterly plan and like plan for my business, and it's undated as well, so I really like that. But these are the two planners I got. I think she calls this Sage on her website, but this is Bun Girl. This is like her, I don't know, like not her logo, but her mascot. Like Bun Girl is all over her website and products. I really, really love it. It's a actual drawing that she did herself, which is really cool. But yeah, I really am so excited to get into these planners and start planning.
So now that you've seen me unbox it, before we get into the planning, I actually wanted to do the first few pages in here because I've never done it before, even though I've had this for almost a year now. But she calls it the business, and I didn't fill that page out yet either. So we can do that together as well. But this, the business foundation. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I only filled out my business name when I first got it. I still have not finished out any of these, the what, the who, and the core values of my business. So I thought it would be a lot of fun to fill this out together. I think at the time I did not fill it out because I'm also a part of Tatiana's, she has a membership, but she also has a couple of classes and masterclass you can purchase. But I'm a part of her Inspire Blueprint, and in that master class, she kind of breaks down the beginning stages of your business, like coming up with your mission statement and what are your core values and your elevator pitch. So I think at the time I was working through that masterclass, and I didn't have these kind of like set in stone. But I finished that masterclass now, so I do have my core values and I do have my mission statement. So I think it would be a lot of fun to fill it out together, and kind of just reflect on, I don't know, this page is just really cool. Like it says business foundation, and then you put your business name and the what of your business, basically meaning what does your business do, and the who do you do it for. And I love this. It's why do I do it for them, why do I do it for me, and my business is unique because. So I really like these kind of prompts and questions, so I thought it'd be a lot of fun to fill it out together. So I started to fill it out, and I just filled out like the what and the who. So basically just stating what I just said. Writeaboutitco, which is my business, is a stationery business that specializes in handmade journals. And then the who, I am definitely very much focused on helping women, especially like young women or like moms, just because that's my own personal story, so that's what I can draw on. And I said Writeaboutitco is dedicated to helping women helping women love themselves unconditionally, connect deeper with God, and to create a sacred sisterhood. And so now I'm at the part where it says why I do it for them. Why I do it for them. I would say I created my business and continue to show up for my business because I know that there are a lot of women in the world who really struggle with just like self-love. And that sounds so cliche, but I just feel like as women, we just have this over giving and this kind of, what is that called, like a martyr mentality, where it's just like we give and pour into everything and then we have nothing left. And I just want to help women to stop that cycle, to be aware of the way they overgive and be aware of the way that they abandon themselves, because we're taught since we're very young as little girls that, you know, to be a good woman, to be a good wife, to be a good mother, you have to self-sacrifice, and, you know, your needs have to be put on the back burner every time, and that defines you to be a good mother or a good wife or whatever. And it's not really true. It's actually the complete opposite. It's very harmful to your well-being to put yourself last and to put everyone else before you, because, like, I know personally, you can reach a breaking point where you can feel resentment towards your family or, you know, whatever. It's just not healthy or good for you or your children or your spouse or your family. So that would be my why. My why is because I know that there are so many women, especially young women and young girls, who don't love themselves, who don't know what self-love is, who don't understand what it really means to respect yourself. And I've been that girl who didn't respect herself, who didn't have a relationship with God. So that's my why. That's why I created my business. That's why I show up, because I want to share my story in hopes that I can inspire someone else to make better, wiser decisions. And also that I can be transparent and authentic and say, hey, it's okay, I did this too, or hey, I didn't know how to love myself as well, but I've learned and this is what I have been doing to help me. So that is my why. I don't have a whole bunch of space to write all that, but if I would summarize it, why I do it for them, I would summarize it and say, okay, so I filled out the rest of the page. So it says why I do it for me. And I said, I do it for me to show myself that I am capable. To show myself that I am capable and that my story is a tool and a testimony for good. And what I mean by that is, like, I love journaling, and I love journaling since I was a child. And the reason I journaled was because I really struggled to speak. I had a stutter, but I also just was very scared and shy as a child. So I would journal and I would write, and I just loved it, and that continued throughout my whole life. And even now, the prompts that I have created have been created from very personal, real life experiences that I've gone through and survived from. So that's what I mean that I feel like I do this because in a way I'm almost trying to show myself like I'm capable of doing it, if that makes any sense, where I want to prove to myself that my story, my trauma, my pain wasn't pointless, that it's serving a purpose, because if I didn't have that stutter, maybe I wouldn't have loved journaling as much, which then maybe I would not now have a business creating journals, and just so many butterfly effects that had to happen. So I feel like my story, my pain, it's all being used for good. So in a way, I keep going towards my business because I want to prove to myself, like, hey, you're smart. Hey, you're good enough to do this. Like, see, you're doing it, kind of thing. So yeah. And then it says, my business is unique because, and I said, my business is unique because all of my journals and practices are pulled from my life experiences and are very authentic and are from the lessons I've learned. I also wrote, my business was given to me in a dream. It is as much for me as it is for others. So yeah, kind of like what I was already saying, that all of the journal prompts that I've put in my journal are from personal life experience, meaning it's not like something I learned in school. It is just something that has helped me. Some of the things are things that I've learned from others that I've put in there, but most of it is just from my own personal experience. And then when I wrote, my business is unique because my business was given to me in a dream. It is just as much for me as it is for others. What I mean when I say that is, like, it legit was given to me in a dream. I think I talked about this on a reel or a live on my Instagram, so you have to go check that out. But maybe I'll film a video of like more in depth about it. But yeah, I did not plan on having a business. To be completely honest, I have insecurity of like my intelligence, so I didn't think I was very smart to have a business. But it literally was just God kept giving me this same dream, these same words, which the words were Write About It, which ended up being the name of my company. So I think that is very unique, the fact that I was not actively trying to be an entrepreneur, but yet this is where God has led me. So I think that's very unique, as well as when I say it's just as much for me as it is for others. So many of the prompts that are in my journal, like, I still to this day need them and use them because I don't feel like I am coming from a guru or like a mentor place. I very much feel like I'm on the journey with you. I very much feel like I'm constantly healing and constantly figuring things out too. So when I create videos or post or products, I use those things, and those things are just as like helpful and meaningful to me as it is for you. There's like a saying where it's like, what is it, where like parents are always like, when parents are like, oh, like with about their child, like, oh, he teaches me more than I teach him, or something like that. I'm not saying it right, but that's how I feel about my business, where I know I'm creating a product and a service, like I'm putting out into the world for people to benefit from and like to help people. But in the same way that I'm putting that out is the same way that I'm receiving that same like support and wisdom, and if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna fill the rest of this out. I have the mission statement and core values and the elevator pitch, and then I will be back. All right, so I finished the other page pretty much, besides the elevator pitch. I really just want to share the core values before we get into planning. So the first one I have down are earth stewards. That is a core value for my business, is being a steward of the earth, basically meaning making sure that I'm taking care of Mama Earth. I'm taking care of, to the best of my abilities, all living beings, and just making sure that I'm being sustainable and eco-friendly and just being a conscious creator. And the second one would be community is a core value. And when I say community, I just want to create a safe space, a safe, sacred space for everyone to be inviting and loving and caring, and creating a community, especially a sisterhood. And the next one I have is generosity. And for me, a core value being generosity, what that means and looks like for my business, is just sharing our knowledge, sharing like my knowledge, sharing my time, sharing my resources, and then integrity I also have. And when I say integrity, I just mean making sure that my beliefs and my morals are at the center of everything that I do. So, yeah. I thought that would be a lot of fun to kind of do these like business foundational pages together. I still have to do the elevator pitch, but I thought this would be a lot of fun. And yeah, so let's get into the planning now.